Welcome back to the two-time award-winning Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City at VegasAllNetRadio.com. Check out our website, SinCityBounty.com. We are here with Phil Barone. Phil, you are way fun to talk to.
Thanks for having me.
You're our kind of guest, I'll tell you.
I'm having a good time.
I want to hear some stories about when you were picking up the groupies, and you had to have some pretty wild girls, huh?
Pretty crazy stuff. I actually, I wanted to tell you, I have a book called Unfiltered.
Okay.
It just came out, and
Great.
you can get it at bookstores or online. But also, if you go to philbarone.com, you can buy it, and I'll autograph it to you.
Oh, perfect.
And always free shipping. I got to tell everyone because I don't know. But anyways, and I'll send you guys some books. But it's called Unfiltered, and it's stories of the road. I wanted to have fun. You know, I used to do stand-up comedy, and I thought that it would be fun to write a book that was kind of, you know, stuff that happened to me, that instead of, you know, the not so glamorous side of rock and roll, but with some fun. And one of the things I did was called I Said, She Said, which was this chapter. And I asked 4 girls that I kind of touched base with after 15 years to write a story about the night they met me, came to the show, and why they picked me to have sex with. And then I'll write my version of it, you know. And I didn't remember anything. So I found out that apparently when I do cocaine, I get bottles put up my ass, which I forgot. I didn't even know about. Yeah.
Wow.
Right. Carrots put up my ass. I guess I wanted to be a juice tiger that night. Whatever the case is.
Like a juice machine or something. I don't know.
And it was really, really fun because
It was really fun to have bottles and carrots up my ass.
I don't really remember much because I was so fucked up, but it was just fun to kind of like to hear their side of it.
Right,
you know?
right.
So, but yeah, and then there was of course the mother-daughter teams that I talk about.
There's did mother-daughter teams?
I did.
Oh.
Real mother-daughters?
Real mother-daughters.
Wow. That's a little weird.
People in chat are asking for those stories.
For the story, the mother-daughter. I'll tell you the mother-daughter story. I'm going to give you the Cliff Note version because it's a very long story. But I was on a plane. I was actually flying to Vegas when I lived in Florida. I was flying to Vegas, and I had to go through Detroit. When I got on the plane in Florida, this beautiful woman sat down next to me. She was probably in her mid-50s. She starts talking. She's hammered, 7 in the morning. I'm like very quiet when I fly. I just like to be left alone and go to sleep, you know. So she's like, she goes, "Oh, you know, you in a band or something?" And I'm like, "No." And at the time I was in Skid Row. And I said, "No, you know, I'm just chilling, whatever." She goes, "Boy, my daughter would love you," you know. And I was like, "Oh, well, you know, that's cool, whatever." So she starts telling me that she's a hairstylist, all these things, and she's very loud. And she finally goes, "Do you have a big cock?" And I said, I don't talk about, I can't. She goes, "Oh, I know you got a big cock, because the guys who don't talk about them have the big ones." And I'm like, I'm like so fucking embarrassed.
Right, because she's being all loud on the plane,
and
right?
we're up in first class, and there's only 8 fucking seats up there. So everybody's listening at this point, okay? So she goes, "Well, have you been, you know, done the Mile High Club?" And I said, "Honestly, no, I haven't." She's like, "Well, you know, you want me to suck your cock or something?" I'm like, "No, it's at light." It's like light, and we're in first class. No, I can't.
It's like
a
show.
So anyway,
that's when you hit the button and ask for a blanket.
Yeah, I was so damn embarrassed. I'm very shy, honestly.
Really?
When it comes to that stuff, I am. I have no game. I'm telling you, I have zero game.
He just has to walk in a room, and that's his game.
I know. I was just thinking that. I mean, just walk in and like you're in.
Yeah, because I mean, outside of getting the blowjob just now, when we got soda together, I really had no idea. But anyways,
I'm just saying.
Anyways, long story short, we land in Detroit, and I gave her my card because we were coming back to play there. We were on the road with Poison at the time, and we were coming back to Detroit to play. So she gets off the plane, and everybody in first class was like, "Dude, what the fuck was that?" I said, "I don't know. It was so embarrassing." My phone rings, and it's her, the lady sitting next to me, and she goes, "My daughter's here." And she picked me up, you know, from the airport. I said, "Oh, that's nice." She goes, "My daughter knows you." I said, "You mean the band?" She goes, "No, you fucked her 10 years ago." So I already had fucked the daughter.
Oh, my God.
Right. So then they both come to the show in Detroit. And basically, the short version is blindfolded me, gave me a blowjob contest. They wanted me to pick who was better.
And who was?
Mom.
Of course she
Without a
was.
doubt.
Got more experience.
Of course she was.
It goes into some really weird
Really
places
excited
from this
there.
point forward, and I won't really
Come
talk
on,
about it.
tell us.
Well, we ended up going into... Well, here's my thing. It's like I have a mother and daughter. They're both hot. What do I do now? I'm in a parking lot getting blown, but I want to take them somewhere classy, so I take them to Vince Neil's bathroom. So,
Hey, I would be excited.
Yeah.
Fucking Vince Neil.
Right, so we go into the bathroom, and I'm like, hey, I'm just going to use this bathroom real quick. Don't mind us. And so Mom
It's Vince
sits...
Neil, so he doesn't.
He doesn't
Yeah,
give
Vince
two
doesn't
shits. Mom sits on the toilet, starts blowing me. Daughter's working me. I have no condoms, so I can't fuck. Right? I forgot to load the condoms. In my excitement, I forgot to load the condoms. So now I'm an ass eater from way back. So I get on the daughter's ass.
He's an ass eater from way back.
Yeah, I was eating ass before it was cool. So I'm just telling you.
That needs to be on a T-shirt.
Yeah, well,
does.
I have T-shirts actually. I have T-shirt, the AEA, the Ass Eaters Anonymous. I have T-shirts made.
Nice.
You should get one now that says like I was eating ass before it was cool.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I like
that's
that.
that's the mod on the back. And
Oh,
the
that's
few, the
fun.
proud, the bitter. And anyone who's eating ass understands what I'm talking about.
It's the spokes. It's the spokes.
So
Look at
one thing leads to another, and can I even say this on the
Yeah,
air?
because we're on internet radio. You can say whatever you want.
Okay. Well, the mom eats the daughter.
I'm a
Yeah.
little perturbed by that.
Yeah, I have a daughter who's 23, and I can't even fucking imagine.
Mom ate the
Gonna show
daughter.
you Toxie's face
That's
for a
a
minute
whole
here.
new level of
Toxie, are you gonna
That's a
educate
whole
your
new
daughter?
level of parenting right there.
Well, now here's the thing.
Well, you do want to move into
But I'm
college
gonna call
with
my
her.
mom when we get home and see if we could take this show on the road.
A couple of things go through my mind at this point. I'm completely shocked because I've never seen this in my life, and this is the third mother-daughter team I've had on this tour, which is unbelievable for me. Because
But you've never seen a mother and daughter eat each other
never
out before.
It's only kind of been like mom was doing all my coke and I would be banging the daughter, like that kind of shit.
Okay.
But I was shocked, and now I'm thinking no one's ever going to believe me. Like, I can't tell this story, because no one will ever believe me. I get into the bus, I'm telling the band the story, and they're like, "You're so full of shit. That
Like,
didn't
how
happen."
much coke did you do?
Right.
Like, you're
There's no way. My phone rings. I put them on speaker. It's them, and they go, "We just wanted to thank you because we weren't close until this night."
Oh
and
my God! It's a whole new meaning
Yeah.
of close,
and,
right?
and we were having problems, and now you got us closer by this
yeah,
whole
we're
thing.
licking each other's pussy every night now.
Yeah, basically.
Oh my God.
Right. So you know what? I helped the family get together. I don't know.
I've
Family
got to
counselor.
I've got to tell you, for as weird as it sounds, maybe for all of that, I'd love to be that story. Like,
Would you?
I would. I mean, maybe
What
with
part
someone
of it?
else's mother, but
Yeah, what
maybe
part
not
of
my
that?
mother. The one who was like, yeah, my mom and I did a rock star, and
Well,
maybe I'd leave out the part where I ate her out, but
I won't tell anyone if you want to do it. I promise. I'll leave that part out.
I'll take care of Mr. Toxie while you're taking care of Phil over here. So we're good. We're good.
I just have to text my mom. Can give her 15 minutes. She's not
Wait,
that
hold
far
on a
away.
second. Did your mom ever come to a Skid Row show? I might know her already.
About 10 years ago? No.
But yeah, so that's one of the more crazy ones.
The
To say
first
the
time you did a mother, well, you were doing drugs, so I was saying, did you have to get there to go there? Do you
The
know what I'm
mother-daughter?
saying? Yeah, the first time.
Oh, I love
Like,
it.
if I had a
Isn't that
father-son in front of me, somehow I feel
What?
different
Yeah,
about
no,
a
that's
father-son.
great.
Yeah, I would so do a father-son.
There's no incest involved in any other ones. Like, I've had sisters, I've had all that stuff. And there was never any play between the sisters.
Sisters,
I
right.
never had twins. That's the only thing that I've never had.
Well, I'm sure we can arrange that.
Yeah.
Twins?
I have a pseudo twin. Just
You
kidding.
do have. She does have. Everybody that she goes to the club with her friend, they all think they're twins. Maybe you could work something out there.
Hmm.
You
I'm
know.
saying.
You know.
Clash
you
says
know.
Cookie Jar has had grandmother, mother, daughter. Ooh.
Wow.
Grandmother?
Grandmother, mother, daughter, 3 generations.
I think the oldest one was actually this mom. She was probably about 56-ish, and I was 30. It was about 10 years ago. So yeah, it was about 36. So That's not
Yeah, yeah. Why does it disturb me more to think of a mother and daughter getting it on, that whole thing than
Well, it is disturbing. I mean,
it's kinda
that
weird.
end of it. But
how do you have dinner the next day? So Mom, what have you been up to?
well, outside of sucking Phil's cock, I thought that was pretty nice. For them, it brought them closer.
Pass the gravy. Wasn't his cock wonderful, Mom?
Some family members knit together, some crochet,
Some eat pussy together.
some do fill.
Yeah.
What? Nothing's wrong with this. I see nothing wrong with this.
I don't understand. I'm providing a
I'm a
service.
little excited by this story, actually, more so than I should be.
This is more like a Dr.
Toxie.
Phil moment.
Mr.
than a
Toxie,
Dr.
if
Drew
your
moment.
mother-in-law is at the house next week, beware.
Now, did I mention the McDonald's we were eating at the time?
Oh, okay. Now I'm locked and loaded. I'm set.
I gotta wear my McDonald's my belt buckle next time.
That's it.
That's your girl then, right there.
The mistletoe belt buckle.
The cheeseburger dispensing belt buckle. And don't they have McDonald's have that little so many served? That would
Yes.
be like a really good belt buckle for you.
so many
Yeah.
Yeah.
Afterward, you get to click.
Have you ever done a count of how many women you've been with?
We just did an average.
We just averaged it.
Well, I did an episode of Oprah, and while they do this intro for you. Now, have you ever gone to the Oprah show?
No, I have
Okay.
not been.
Well, basically, it's 300 women
right.
in the audience. So it was 300 women and me and Drew, basically. And I knew it was bad because Oprah came out. She had these great shoes on, those red bottom shoes. You know what I'm talking about? I forgot the name of them.
Oh, I know this. Hold
Okay.
on. Give me a minute. But anyway.
Yeah, it's Louis
Vuittons.
Louis Vuitton, whatever they're called. She held them up, and the place erupted like she just took the head off of a warrior, and she was like, and I was like, I looked at Drew and I'm like, I'm dead. You got to help me. And he's like, calm down. It's going to be okay. I'm like, no. This audience is hostile. So they're running my intro, and it goes, he slept with 3,000 women, and the whole place gasped together. Yeah, it was that. 300 people went, and I went, Drew, and he's like, calm down. It's going to be okay.
Dr. Drew had to talk you off the ledge.
I was. You're nervous as shit being on Oprah's show to begin with. 40 million people.
Yeah.
And then, so all of a sudden, I'm thinking I'm gonna die up there from this rabid audience, and then Oprah goes, "So Phil, 3,000 women, and I'm just like, holy shit, Oprah's, it was frightening. But I just did an average about 3,000.
So were you able to defend yourself on the Oprah show, or did they really give you a hard time?
Yeah, I never got so much pussy in my life than being on television and saying I'm a sex addict.
Really?
I can
Absolutely.
cure you with my vagina.
Yes.
That's the woman.
They
That's
said
the
you don't
woman's
need
thing.
you don't need sex rehab. You just need my pussy, honey. Like shit like that. I got laid. Probably that show got me laid more than the band did.
Do you know how many guys are going to be using that now?
Yeah.
Be like, listen, I'm a sex addict.
You know what it is?
Pick up
You just
line.
got a broken wing.
Yeah, but wait a minute. But he says, I got no game. You got more game than you know. I'm a sex addict. Oh, honey, let me help
Well, I don't
you.
use that now.
Let me help you.
Girls just think I am now. Girls think I have a huge cock. They go, and I just go along with it.
Well, that is your game.
Yeah, it is. I don't know.
That's your game, Phil.
I don't
Have
know.
you ever been married? Have you ever tied the knot?
Yeah, I've
You
had
did?
2 wives. I have my first wife. I have 2 kids with her, and my daughter's 21, and I have a son that's 15. My daughter actually just cast my new porn for me.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, she's wonderful. She's she goes to college at FSU, and she has a double major in criminology.
Oh,
And she's
God.
going to be an FBI agent.
So that way-
but on the side, she casts my porn. for me.
And you will not get arrested because she'll do it all by the book, right?
So she's great. But yeah, I was married twice. I don't do marriage good. I'm an awful husband. I just did everything wrong.
Define an awful husband.
Well, I never really wanted to get married. I think I was kind of, everybody falls in love with the idea of it, because you want to have this person with you. As I got older, I just like to be single. I like to be alone. I have very close friends. I'll never die alone or whatever people want to say. I have very close friends. I have my kids are great. So I couldn't be more happy, you know. I just don't do husband thing right. I'll never be in a monogamous relationship. And quite frankly, I'm not really a good catch because women
I
have
got
to put
no
up,
game. I'm a lousy
Well,
catch.
well,
She's the
because
perfect catch for you because you don't
Oh,
care.
I don't. Yeah, I don't.
like,
I'm not.
if you want to get banged one night, I'm cool with that.
Right.
But like a relationship or something, no.
See, they give me a hard time on here because, like, I'm like single Sally. I've been married and divorced twice.
Yeah.
And can't.
Isn't that
yeah.
3 times?
No, I've only been married twice.
Hmm.
Oh, you're trying to add a husband to me?
Hey, I just thought,
No,
No.
twice was enough. Thanks.
great big old whore.
Now I have a good time.
See, and
now.
I'm not. I'm 40 and I've never been married.
Then
Really?
You're not really missing anything.
Yeah, I'll just get another cat. I only have one though, so.
Be careful though. Be careful.
Marriage is
Yeah,
hard.
no
It's a
preference.
lot of work, and you got to have two people that have the same commitment level to making it work, and that's really hard to do.
Yeah.
And I don't want anybody telling me where I can go, who I can fuck, who
Right.
I can flirt with, and how to spend my money.
I
I don't
agree.
want anyone telling me that.
I agree.
I think I'm just selfish. I'm the only child. Well, I have step and half siblings.
Okay.
Okay, so the only child with my mother. I've been single, 40 and single. I'm just so set in my ways.
You have kids?
And I don't have kids. No.
Yeah. So I you know, you don't have to have kids if you don't
No.
want kids. Like, you know, that's
Well, I have one that's 23, and I'm not sure I would have another one if I had. You
yeah.
know, I
No,
would have
I'm
that one.
ecstatic with mine. I had them young, so I'm able to enjoy them now. You know, without I was 24 when we had my daughter, so it was actually kind of cool. And my daughter and I are like best friends.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
and
good.
and my son is going to be 16 this year, so he's just kind of coming around, you know, and today I talked to him today. He's telling me about his new girlfriend and all that stuff. So he's going through that stage now. So it's kind of cool.
So what
you know?
kind of sexual advice do you give your son? I would like
My
to
son?
know. Yeah, because you know his hormones are rocking right now at 15.
You know, he hasn't asked me. So,
Anything? Come on.
Nothing.
You're Phil Verone.
Well,
You're a
does he
sex
know?
addict, and your son has asked you
yeah,
nothing.
Of course. You know, he has my name.
Do you think he's
unfortunately.
active?
Right.
Do you think he's sexually active?
I don't know.
Oh,
To be
wow.
honest with you, I
Okay.
haven't. I talked to my
You
ex-wife
need to be a
about it.
responsible parent
Now,
and ask.
my daughter.
And tell us.
Yeah, my daughter, of course. I mean, we talk about everything, so I absolutely know, you know, what she's doing, and of course, we talk about that stuff all the time. But that's the kind of, relationship I had with my parents. We talked about
Right.
everything.
Right.
So, I remember, like going to therapy when she first had her period when she was younger. But now it's like we just talk about everything. Her boyfriends
good.
and
But I think a son needs advice.
I agree with you. But
Like
the
you got to
thing-
teach him how to lick the alphabet or something. You
Well,
know, let him know to take care of his partner
Jesus.
first.
I
I think that boys need to be taught it ain't all about you. It ain't about your dick and getting fucked.
But now, like at 15,
Oh, hell yeah.
Well,
If he's
I was
going to become
14.
sexually active, he needs to know how to do it right.
Yeah, I was 14 when
Don't
my father...
form no bad habits about jumping on and jumping off.
If he learns now, do you imagine how popular he would be by his
Exactly,
senior
that's
year?
my point.
Yeah, and if he has the cock like mine, he's very popular.
do you like if I were your 15-year-old son, I would throw out to every girl like,
My
"Hey,
dad's
do you know who my
that.
dad is?" No. Well, check this out.
You know they say the apple doesn't fall that far from the tree, baby.
That's what I hear. So
See?
Who
But
knows?
I just think that boys need to be taught how to have sex.
yeah.
Or they need to watch a lot of porn.
I tell you, my son is a very sensitive kid, and actually my ex told me that my son would be, she almost she likes my son better because he's the undamaged one. Like, cause she goes, he's just like you, except he's like sensitive and not damaged like you. So he's still in that stage, and he's very different than my daughter.
Right.
So I'm kind of letting him open up.
Let him come to you.
Yeah,
with
because
those
I
things?
asked him today about his girlfriend, and he's talking about her and stuff, and I'm, it's a little by
Son,
little.
do I need to send you some condoms or what?
Yeah, so, and which I would.
I think that our very own Phil Verone here is afraid to talk to his son about whether or not he's having sex.
No, not at all,
No.
because I don't want to put him on the spot, just because.
I understand
and
that.
I don't
yeah.
want him to be embarrassed. And
Right.
I talked to my dad when I needed some advice, so I'm kind of, he knows that he could ask me
Okay,
anything.
that's good.
And I'm kind of letting him.
Boy, when that door opens, though, you got to let it spill, huh, baby?
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. Going to parents' weekend at a college campus with my daughter. Oh my God, I don't know what's in the water with these kids.
The kids or the parents?
The parents, screw the parents. The 22-year-old girls running around. I don't know what happened.
Do you get invited in? Are they like, hey, you want to
Hey, you
over?
want to come to the party,
Well,
Dad?
Come to
I
my
went to
dorm?
a fraternity party, and I'm watching my daughter do beer pong, and I'm like, what the hell am I doing here? You
Beer
know?
pong rock.
But I don't look
does.
like a regular father. I do not blend. I don't
I
blend
agree.
at all.
You look
so
like a frat boy.
basically,
Yeah, that's why
whatever
they want you at the party.
the moms are scared of me, and I just sit there and mind my own business. But
Great.
and
All right,
look for casting.
It's time for us to take our 9 o'clock break. We got one more hour. We'll be back with catch-ups, and I'm sure we're going to get some more stories from Phil in the next hour. We'll be right back.